Kennedy Swan is a fan favorite on and off the track. Whether racing 3 nights a week or inspiring kids in classrooms, she brings heart to everything. We welcome in Wisconsin Dirt Modified racer Kennedy Swan. Kennedy, congratulations officially on becoming a Hoosier hero.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really excited for this opportunity, and thank you for having me today.
How did things get started for you? Is your dad saying you must be a racer by the time you're 3?
No, well, kind of. He used to race. He used to race a Dirt Modified and B Mod. So when I was born, he raced for a couple more years, and then when I was about 5 years old, he had some leftover sponsor money, and he put towards a go-kart for me. So I started in a go-kart when I was 5, but I did not like it. I was very scared of it. I would kick, scream, cry, didn't want nothing to do with it. But then that winter, I ended up going ice racing, and that's what's four-wheelers on ice. And I loved it, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to go back to my go-kart, and I started off there, dirt track racing there.
Wow, that's quite a difference.
Yeah.
Most people are like, I can't get enough of it. You're like, I don't want anything to do with it.
All right, but
You broke your dad's heart then, but I'm guessing he's okay now.
oh yeah. Now I love it. It's my passion.
He raced modifieds. You are very now accomplished already in just a couple years. 2023 Wissota Modified Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
For those who don't know, how big is the Wissota series sanctioning when it comes to modified?
It's within 6 states in Canada. This year there's about 300 other modifieds. It just in modified, so there's like 5 other classes, but it's huge.
And when it comes to performing, that's part of the goal of recognizing Hoosier heroes, that passion, that performance, that pride. You've got some pretty big races you got a chance to be part of just this year.
Yes. This year I was able to go and race at a big deal for $100,000 to win with like USRA guys and the big guys. Like this was like a whole bunch of sanctions into one, and I was able to run Wissota, which is mine, and to be able to run against all these guys that like Bobby Pierce, Tyler Erb, like these guys are huge, like people that I look up to, and compete with them and race against them and pass them. That was just something that I never thought of before.
What was the reward of racing in that race?
It was just getting my name out there too, and I mean, I believe I was the only Wissota car to make that race, the actual race, and I was the only girl there too. And so to get my name out there and to perform really good and have these people see like I'm a girl in the sport, I can do this, and even though I'm only 17 years old, I could still do just as good as these guys that are in their 30s.
Kennedy, for you, I know you bring cars to local schools to try and get kids interested in racing, about going racing, maybe the opportunities that are there. What reaction do you get when the kids find out you are a race car driver?
Yeah, so like we'll go over to like just local elementary schools, and usually kindergarten, first graders will come out, and they'll just be like, whoa, what are these? These don't look like cars. And I have to like tell them, like, this isn't a race car. They're like, well, how do you get in? There's no doors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to usually just step up to get in. And they're just like, wow. And they'll be able to get in the line. I'll be able to pick them up and put them in, and I'll put the steering wheel on for them, and they'll just like look at the pedals, the buttons, and they'll be like, wow, I really want to be a race car driver. I'm like, you go for it. Like, you do whatever you want to do. If this is what you want to do, you go for it. And it's just really cool to get their reactions, because they've never really seen stuff like this before.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to see them smile and be like, wow, this is cool. And with me being a girl, they're also a little surprised, and that I'm also still in school with them too. So it's really cool to see that, and I'm really glad that I could put the smiles on their faces.
What's been the biggest challenge so far in your racing career, you think?
Just trying to just be good at what I do, because being a girl in a male-dominant sport, I feel, is a lot harder. You have to. I feel like I have to prove myself, and so it could be really mentally hard on you. But I think I'm getting there. I'm proving myself, and I'm getting a lot of respect from these guys. But that'd probably be the biggest part.
What are people most surprised about when they find out that you race?
Well, right away they don't usually know I'm a girl, so when they find that out, then they're like, wow. And then they find out my age, because I've been racing in the Wissota class since I was 13, so like finding out I'm a 13-year-old, now 17, driving, these cars against 40-year-old men, it's like, wow, she can do that. I was like, yeah, I can.
You talked earlier about being a female in this sport, and I know one of the things that you're most proud of is being the only female, and let me know if I get this right, to make the big deal at Mississippi Thunder,
Yes.
up against 147 other racers. As you think about the things you've accomplished, what do you think is key to getting more females interested in racing?
I'd say having people like, you know, us that are already in this world and like and social media and just like posting these videos showing that we can do this. Like we're out here, we're racing against men double, triple our age, and we're competing with them doing just as good. And even when we have an off night and we don't finish as good, we're still out there, and that's the point. And I feel like a lot of, you know, kids my age or even younger, if we could get them in at a younger age so that they can continue to grow from there and learn more, and that way they can fall more in love with it. So I mean, it's always going to be hard being in the male dominant sport with you know, females, but I feel like that's where you have to prove yourself. And I feel like, I mean, that's what I love about it, is being one of the only girls in there. And I mean, maybe for you, you probably feel the same way. I think it's kind of cool being like only the few females. I think we're proving to the world that, you know, girls can do just as same things that guys can do, even if they are triple our age. So yeah.
I want to talk about specific moments in your racing career. Are there any specific moments or victories significantly that feel like that's it? That's what got me to where I'm going next.
So one big victory that I had was winning the 2021 Punky Manor Challenge Champions. It was my first year running that track, and I was able to also get a track championship there that year. But so I was the only girl to ever win that in 41 years, and the youngest also to win that. And it was at my home track, so it was really special. So to win that and lead every single one of those laps through all the cautions, it was a lot, but it was definitely the biggest race that I ever won, and the crowd and everyone there it was just crazy, and I loved it.
In the role you are, trying to prove yourself every day, every race, what's it like being a female in a man's world where you're running modified against all these guys that have been doing it for 25 years?
It can be a lot. Like right away, I had to, when I moved up from the B mod to the mod, I had to earn my spot and earn respect. And after some races and I got my time in, I eventually gained the respect from these guys, and now that they respect me. But you got to earn that. So I try and stay a really clean driver and be respectful to everyone that I can, unless they don't deserve it. But anyways, it can be, you're in a male dominant sport, and only being two of the females that out of the 300, it can be a lot. But I mean, I like to inspire other girls and people my age to, like, within any type of sport that they're in, even if it is male dominant or not, to go and do you. And you know, if you want to be in a sport with all men, go for it. Like, you should.
You see a little boy or a little girl walk up with the 18S shirt on saying, hey, can I get your autograph? What's that feeling like, knowing that they're watching you and they're paying attention to what you have doing it?
Yes, it feels like I'm doing something right out there, that I'm making a difference, and I love being able to inspire all these people, and it really makes me feel good.